and thanks for joining our webinar today. So today we'll learn about Service Cloud and how it relates to Salesforce, as well as see Service Cloud in action. Before we begin, just some introductions. So my name is Sarah Thomas. I am a technical support engineer for Desk.com here at Salesforce, and I joined Salesforce almost 2 years ago. I'm joined today by my colleague Brian Suh. Say hi, Brian.
Hi everyone, my name is Brian Suh and I'm one of the content and program managers here at Salesforce, and I focus on creating scaled programs for our customers to learn the Salesforce product.
Thanks so much, Brian. So we're actually also joined today by our colleague Bob from support, who's going to help me answer some of your questions at the end of the webinar. Say hi, Bob.
Hey everybody, this is Bob Aloisio. I'm the level 3 tech on the Desk.com support team, and I'm here to answer your questions if you need me.
Okay, thanks guys. So before we begin, as always, just a quick note, because Salesforce is a publicly traded company, and when considering future developments or purchases, whether by us or any other solutions provider, you should always base your purchasing decisions on what is currently available. Before we get into the agenda today, I just want to say a big thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to learn about Service Cloud. And also thank you as well for being great Salesforce customers. We would not be the company we are today without you, so thank you. We truly appreciate your business. So into today's agenda, let's take a look. We'll be reviewing what Service Cloud is, how it fits in with the Salesforce platform, what Trailhead is. Then we'll shift gears and see a walkthrough of Service Cloud. Then we'll review some resources, next steps, and wrap up with a Q&A. So with that in hand, I'll pass you over to Brian to bring you through Service Cloud.
All right, thanks, Sarah. And just to let you guys know, if you guys do have questions during the webinar, please feel free to ask those into the GoToWebinar questions panel, and we'll try our best to get back to you on all those questions. So we know that providing excellent customer service is difficult. You're faced with many competing priorities, trying to juggle reducing your costs but increasing customer satisfaction. You're often weighed down by multiple siloed systems, but you're trying to improve your agent experience and ensure that the next generation of customer needs and expectations are all met. And you're trying to balance operational excellence with service innovation, and all this while trying to keep the lights on and keep the business running as normal. Well, with Service Cloud, customers can overcome all of these competing priorities and deliver connected, personalized, intelligent, and empowered customer service. Service Cloud enables our customers to blaze a new trail to service transformation. You'll be able to provide connected service to your customers and have the service be personalized. With Service Cloud, you have the ability to deliver intelligent service at scale with actionable analytics, and your service will be empowered with a complete view of your customer because you've given your agents powerful productivity tools. And that's really where Service Cloud comes in. Service Cloud is the most complete service platform, and with Service Cloud, you can transform your customer service because it's powered also by the most complete platform as well. With things like customer community, you can deliver completely connected self-service experiences. With our digital engagement products, you can make service seamless across all channels. We're also bringing the next generation of support with scale, with AI and intelligence. And with analytics, supervisors and managers are empowered to make informed decisions with deep actionable analytics and reporting, which is always really great. For all these reasons and more, Service Cloud has been recognized as the world's #1 support platform, and it's really our customers and your successes that have really separated us apart from the rest, so thank you. Now, with features such as the Lightning Service Console, case management, collaboration, Omni Channel routing, knowledge, macros, third-party data integrations, and more, customers report on average a 31% increase in faster case resolution, and I think that's something that all businesses would really love to see. Next, with customer community, it's really easy for any company to build a completely connected self-service experience by creating communities and portals that are built right on Salesforce. Customer community uses artificial intelligence to do things like automatically answer questions in your support forums, recommends relevant content for customers, and customer community enables you to build your community or portal quickly with our out-of-the-box templates and community builder. Our customers who are on Service Cloud have experienced some huge benefits, such as a decrease in support costs, increased customer retention, faster case resolution, increased agent productivity, and perhaps one of the greatest benefits is the increase in customer satisfaction. Now, Service Cloud is just one application that's built on the Salesforce platform. Marketing, commerce, communities, sales, collaboration, and industries are the other applications that are built on the Salesforce platform. So when your business is ready, the tools that you need will also be ready for you. Now, the Salesforce platform is what brings everything together and what really sets us apart. You can customize and extend your service offering with no code, low code, or you can simply code. And whatever is your comfort level, we have tools and resources to help you along the way. And with the Salesforce platform, businesses can focus on doing what they do best, which is connecting with your customers rather than managing complex hardware and software infrastructures. So we talked about the platform and how it can help to future-proof your customer support solution. One of the things that businesses worry about the most is the challenge of keeping up with technology and as their business grows, and especially as your customers change and expect more and more from you as a business. And to help support you, Salesforce has 3 major releases per year with automatic updates. And when we think about which features to develop, a major source of these features come directly from our customer community, so you know that we're listening. Now, we've released over 250 new features, and here are just a few highlights from the most recent release. You'll notice feature enhancements all across the product, from self-service to analytics. This is what you can expect from us in terms of quality of enhancements, release after release and year after year. Now, I've been talking about resources to help you along the way, and one of those resources is Trailhead. Trailhead, if you haven't heard about it, is our gamified online learning platform, and Trailhead makes it possible for anyone to learn the skills needed to set up your business. Trailhead was designed to be bite-sized learning units. A trail is an overarching topic, and then trails are then broken up into modules and then units within those modules. The way Trailhead was designed was for an individual to be able to complete a few units or a few modules within a lunch period. In a matter of no time, you can learn skill-based credentials and connect with fellow community users who we call trailblazers. So let's go ahead and shift gears and go ahead and see Service Cloud in action here. In our walkthrough, we'll see the Service Console, the case list views, which are like queues or filters in Desk, the case view, which is like the agent console in Desk, page layouts, dashboards, reports, and then we'll wrap up with the service setup area, which is similar to the admin console in Desk. All right, so give me a second here just to shift gears. All right, so if you haven't already done so, first thing you want to do is sign up for a customized version of the Service Cloud trial. And this will last you for a full 90 days. So a lot of time to kind of play around and experiment. Remember that this trial has been created specifically just for you guys, our Desk customers. So this trial includes helpful customizations that you're familiar with within Desk. And if you'd like to see a full list of what we've included in the trial, you can refer to a workbook that we've actually created, which I'll actually point you to towards the end of the webinar. What you'll do here is you'll simply fill out your contact details. When you do get to my domain here, this will be the name of your Salesforce instance, which is similar to your desk site name. So just remember, only letters, numbers, and hyphens are allowed. And please note that the my domain setting here is permanent. So please choose carefully because this cannot be changed later. So in case you do want to convert your trial over to your actual Salesforce instance, your my domain URL will be the one that we will actually use. Here, the desk.com endpoint is simply the name of your desk.com site, and we'll use this to authenticate your admin login here. All right, so once you've actually signed up, you'll go ahead and get to, you'll land here in the service area. What you'll want to do, first of all, is go ahead and go to the app launcher here at the top left-hand corner, and then you'll go over to the service console, which is what we're going to look at today. All right, so as this loads, and let me actually make my screen just a little bit bigger here. There we go. The first thing you'll see is that we land in the case list view. So this is very similar to your filters and queues in Desk. This is where whatever channel case it's coming through, whether it be email, Twitter, or phone, this is where your cases will land. You'll notice that we're in the Cases tab here. And similar to Desk, you'll notice all the information like case number, status, channel, contact name, and other details are kind of displayed along here. And you'll notice one thing is we have created the status to be very similar to the one in Desk. Here, one thing that's different is that you can actually select any fields to add to this list view. You can actually go ahead and click on the gear icon here, and then click Select Fields to Display. So here, you can go ahead and go through the available fields, and there might be quite a lot, but we can go ahead and click on a field, drag it over with the arrow here, and then we can go ahead and prioritize if we wanted to display first on our list, and then we can also easily remove it if needed as well. All right, and then we'll go and cancel out of that. All right, and then also what you'll notice here is a down caret here next to our all open cases. Now, depending on where you might have left the console on your previous login, you may be on recently viewed, but you have different list views available to you. A couple of the default ones that we have set up for you are all open cases, my cases, and recently viewed cases. But you'll also start noticing all of your other lists kind of displayed here. So this may be from some of your team members that may have created a list view, or maybe your manager or another supervisor on the team has also created different list views. And these are really great because it allows you to work in a way that's most effective for yourself without hindering maybe other agents. All right, and in order to do that, what you can actually do is go to the gear icon one more time, and then click New. And then let's go ahead and just say that this is going to be a test one here. And then here, as I mentioned, you can designate whether you want to be the only one that's able to see this list view, or you can allow all users to be able to see this as well. But we'll go ahead and leave it as only I can see it. I'll go ahead and save here. And then on the right-hand side, you'll see the filter kind of section here. The first thing that you'll want to choose is whether you want the cases to be able to, the cases that you see to be all the cases or just my cases. We'll go ahead and leave it at my cases here. And then we can go ahead and begin to add the logic in terms of which fields are included for the filter. So we can go ahead and say, I want to go ahead and add status, of course, and then I can set the operators as so, and then I can add whichever kind of value in terms of the logic I want to add. And then we can go ahead and actually add as many filters as we want here. All right, I'll go ahead and cancel out for now here. And then we can also, you can go ahead and play around with this. Nothing's kind of set in stone. If you do want to delete the one that you actually just created, you'll go to the gear icon here and then click delete as so. And then we'll confirm deletion. All right, and we're hop back into the recently viewed. Let's actually go to the all open cases here. Now, another really cool thing about the Service Console here is that you actually have a couple different display options for your case list view. What you're looking at right now is actually the table view. But one really cool feature that was recently released was the Kanban view. So if we go to our icon here, the display as icon, we can go ahead and select the Kanban view. All right, here, and this is a really cool way to visually work on your cases. You'll see at a glance kind of your cases in status layout, and then very easily we can actually drag and drop cases to the respective statuses as so, and move back as well. So this has definitely been one of our customers' favorites in terms of being able to work on their case views. You'll also see that we do have the split view, but I will show you that in just a little bit here. But for now, let's actually go back to the table. Another really cool thing about the Service Console here is that you can actually create other ways to visually see kind of a snapshot of your caseload for the day. So where you can do that is here, you'll have the chart icon. We'll go ahead and click into that. And then we'll actually go ahead and click New Chart. Let's go ahead and name it status. And then let's go ahead and just leave all this the same. You can pick kind of the chart type, whether it's a vertical bar, horizontal, or a donut chart. We'll leave it at horizontal. And then we can actually kind of define the aggregate. And depending on which field you choose, this may change. And then we'll go ahead and leave the aggregate field the same. And let's say, and I do want to have a snapshot of the types of cases and their statuses. So I'm going to click on the field. I'm going to scroll down to look for status. And here it is here. And I'll go ahead and save. And what you'll see on the right-hand side, and this is what will always pop up when you click on charts, you'll visually see the status of your cases. Now, I only have 5 open cases here, which may not seem extremely helpful, but when you have hundreds of cases and you want to kind of get an idea of how many are pending and you're waiting for customers to respond to you or how many are escalated, this could actually be really helpful. You can go ahead and easily delete these as well, so feel free to play around with them. I'm going to go ahead and delete the one that I just created as well by going to the gear icon and delete chart here. And I'll go ahead and confirm deletion of that. And then we can go ahead and collapse the chart area here by clicking on the arrow. All right, so just to point out a couple other things here, you can also update your cases in bulk. So I can go ahead and select cases of the same type here. Let's say I want to select my email cases. I can go up to the top right-hand corner and click Update Case. And then I can go ahead and quickly change the status, or I can go ahead and take on all these cases myself, or if I want to assign it to a specific member, I can do that as well. So again, cancel out for now and deselect the cases. All right, just to point out a couple of things on this page. Down here we have macros, and I'm sure that all of you guys, since you guys are Dest users, are familiar with macros. If you do need a refresher, macros are just a set of instructions that complete tasks, such as changing the status or adding a CAN response to a case. Next, you'll have Omni Channel. Now, Omni Channel might be something that's a little bit new for a lot of you guys. Omni Chatting routing makes it easy to push the right work to the right agent in real time. So agents no longer have to pick and choose cases manually from the queue. This saves time for the agent and for the manager. And this really helps to put the right cases into the right expert hands, essentially allowing you guys to help the customer faster. To the right here, we also have history. So if you click on that, you'll actually see all of the cases, or maybe it's a report or dashboard that you recently viewed. That way you can quickly jump back into working on the case. We also have the action here. If you want to copy a link, let's say that I was just working on a case and it's actually a little bit challenging for myself. So I can go ahead and copy that link and then go ahead and ping it to my coworker very easily here. All right. So let's actually go ahead and dive into a case. I'll just go ahead and select the first one here. All right, and one thing that I wanted to show you was actually the third view on our display for the case list view, and that's actually the split view. So if on this side here, this might be hard to notice at first, but there's a small bar with a caret here. When I click on that, you have the ability to view your case list as well as the case itself in one screen. So really great for productivity for your agents. I can even go ahead and open multiple cases at the same time. Let's say that I need, I want help from another agent. I can go ahead and open multiple kind of cases here. I can even go ahead and toggle between cases so I don't lose the work that I've been doing on a specific case. All right, so I'll go ahead and close it. So I only have one case open for now, so we can go ahead and focus. And then I'll go ahead and actually close the split view as well. All right, so just to orient you guys, very similar to Desk, we've kind of customized this console to look and feel very much like Desk. You'll have your case details on the top left-hand corner for quick access. You can click into the various fields by clicking onto the pencil icon. And then you can edit the priority, edit the case owner, any other information that you need here, and save if you make any changes. And then you also very similarly have your case details. You can go ahead and update information. Let's say that we actually need to get Jason's email and he happened to put it into the email when he sent a case in. We can go ahead and edit that information as well. All right, and we'll go ahead and cancel out of that. All right, in the middle here, you're going to have your interactions area. I'll go ahead and review this in just 1 second, but let's actually skip over to the related section here. So here, you can choose as an admin to add some milestones onto a case. Let's say, whether you want to see when the case was first responded to or if a case was ever escalated. These are the types of milestones that you can add here. You can also add attachments, see all the attachments on the case very easily just by uploading the file or just literally dropping the file into this area will upload it to the case. So extremely helpful and a huge time saver as well. You'll also be able to see all the activity history on the case here when there are more interactions on the case. And you'll also be able to see any open activities. Let's say there are other cases related to this or for the customer. You can view those here as well. All right, so let's actually go ahead and take a look at this giant middle area. The first thing that you might notice is this new thing we call case views, or I'm sorry, case path. So this is really cool because with Case Path, you as a support manager can guide your agents on resolving cases. A path gives an agent not only a visual representation of the stages required for working through a case, but it also gives your agent some guidance. So some key things that you'll see here is key fields that the agent needs to complete before moving to the next step. They'll also be able to update those fields right here in the case path component rather than having to go shift from like the details or the feed or whatnot. You can also include guidance for success for each agent. So for example, best practices, like if we go here, the guidance for success is asking, is this a VIP account? The next one here is make sure to follow up on this pending case. So things like that, whether it be encouragement or guidance or motivation, maybe even links to relevant chatter posts, policy reminders, or even potential gotchas that you actually want to just kind of nudge your agents with. So Case Pass is a very cool thing here. Right under that, you'll notice the feed and details. Let's actually take a quick look at the details first here. So here, very similar to the case details and contact details, you'll see all the specific details for the case and customer here. There's a huge myriad of fields here. We can go ahead and click in and edit any of that information here. And I'll go ahead and cancel it for now. All right, and then let's actually jump to the feed area. So here, you'll notice a couple different types of feeds, whether it's a post, an email interaction from the customer, if you only want to see the email interactions without seeing any updated information, if you only want to see the social interactions, or if you want to see all the updates on the case in terms of status or whatnot, and you can also only see the case comments as well here. So let's say that we are on post here and we're looking at the most recent activity. We can go ahead and sort by the latest post as well. We can also go ahead and search the feed. Let's say that we're looking for a specific item within this email interaction or post. We can go ahead and do that here. We also have the ability to expand or view in compact mode. So if we actually just want to see kind of all the interactions to go through them really quickly, we can do that. Or if we want to see the details of all these interactions, we can go ahead and expand it as well. We also have our refresh button for the feed as well right here. All right, so let's actually go ahead and go to the email. And then here you'll notice that you can actually go ahead and toggle which email that you want to send from, whether it be my personal email or the company email. Here we can go ahead and select that. And then we can go ahead and type a response. Thank you for reaching out. And then you'll see that you have an inline editor right here in the case feed. So really great. And then we can go ahead and send that response if needed. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and not send for now. Now, one very powerful thing about the Service Console is that everything you see here, whether it's the case details, contacts, the related section here, this can be customized. So when you're in a case and you go to the gear icon at the top right-hand corner, we can go ahead and edit page here. So once we get in here, we'll see a couple different areas. So the feed in the middle, this is what your console actually looks like right now. But let's say that you want to include an internal knowledge base for some of your newer agents. Then on the left-hand corner, left-hand side here, we can go ahead and search for that component. You have it all listed here, but I really like to kind of just search so I can access that quicker. So I'm going to go ahead and start typing knowledge, and there it is. So I can go ahead and click on it, and it's going to default by adding to the very bottom here, but let's actually go ahead and click it out and kind of show you what I actually like to do. So when I go ahead and have knowledge here, I'm going to actually just drag it over, and I can go ahead and place it under here, and then voila. Your knowledge section has been added, and all you have to do is add articles to that. Let's say that I actually don't like the placement of that, and I actually think that it might be helpful for the knowledge to be on the left-hand side, so we can go ahead and drag and drop as well there. So a really powerful tool here to kind of customize what your agents are seeing. Another really great feature that we've recently released is called rich text. So we can go ahead and add it here. I'll go ahead and drag it. Let's say that this is pretty important. So I want to actually put it at the top right-hand corner right here. So when you do that, you have this panel open on the right-hand side for rich text. And this is a message a custom message that will be displayed to some of your customers. So let's say that I actually want to warn an agent that when a case is escalated, to go ahead and contact the manager. So I can go ahead and type that message here. But we don't want this to be displayed on every case, so we'll have to add some logic also here. So I can go ahead and add a filter. And the field that I want to actually use is going to be status. So we'll scroll down here. Oops. Right there. And then we want to say that when the status equals, let's see. Oh, actually, let's actually say it's priority. That's what I was going for. And let's say that when the priority equals critical, then and only then do I want this message displayed. All right, so I'll click done. And the black text is good, but let's say that I really want this to stand out. So I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. I'm going to make it bold. And I'm going to make it red so that they really can't miss it. So what I'll do is I've made the change of adding knowledge as well as adding the rich text display here. I'm going to go ahead and save this. And then before you exit out of here, you actually have to activate it. So I'm going to click activation on the top right-hand corner. And then what you have to do is go ahead and assign this as an org-wide default. You have some other options here, but I'm going to go ahead and assign it as an org-wide default so it affects all of our agents. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and confirm the save. All right, great. Looks like I'm ready. So let me go ahead and go back to the case here. And you'll now notice that knowledge has been added, so your agents can actually go ahead and search the articles you've created. But I'm not seeing the rich text area here. And remember, that's only because that field is going to be displayed only when a case comes in as critical. So let's go ahead and switch to critical and see what happens there. So there we go. Because the cases come in with a priority of critical, the contact manager in red here is displayed, so your agents really won't be able to miss it. So really powerful tool. And also you can always go back here and edit the page again to remove any of those items. So again, nothing's set in stone. It's a very flexible console for you to kind of play around with and work with. And I even recommend getting feedback from your agents for them to tell you what they think is the most helpful in terms of being productive. So we can actually remove knowledge, and we can even remove the rich text as well. So we'll go ahead and save the changes that we've removed those. We'll activate, and then now it says remove as org-wide default, and I'll go ahead and do that and confirm those saves as well. All right, so let's actually go ahead and jump back to the case view here. Now, the console is a very powerful tool, and it really helps your agents be productive. One other thing that will help you as a support manager will be the kind of the reporting, the dashboards that you're able to actually create and view. So in order to do that, next to the cases tab here, there's a down arrow here. We'll go ahead and click that, and then we'll go to dashboards. Okay, and we've set up a couple of default dashboards for you, but you can kind of see all the dashboards that have been created, and you can even create your own dashboard here on the top right-hand corner by clicking New Dashboard as well. And then that'll open up a separate tab, and you can go ahead and name it, and then go ahead and dive into the filters and whatnot you want to add. I'm going to go and cancel out of that for now. And then let's actually go ahead and dive into the support dashboard. So here, you'll have some powerful analytics to give you insight into your cases and customers. And let's say that we want to get a snapshot of total cases by agent here. You can go ahead and see that as a dashboard here. But let's say that it's a lot of data. Let's say that in actuality, there are hundreds and thousands of cases here, and you really want to dig in to kind of see the report. So I can click on the link here to actually view the report for all of the cases by agent. And again, you can also go back to the dashboard area and again easily toggle back and forth between any reports that you actually open up as well. So really great for productivity. All right. So let's actually go ahead and shift gears. Now what I wanted to quickly show you is kind of what we call the service setup area. So I'll go to the gear icon here and go to service setup. Okay, and this is going to be a similar experience to what you desk customers have experienced in terms of the admin console. So this is where you're going to set up all of your channels, all of your rules, all of your workflows. In the middle right here, we have some guided setup areas. So if you want to set up your email, we can go ahead and click Get Started here. And then this will take you through a wizard that will help you set up your email. So really convenient and easy. Go ahead and close out of that. You also have setup areas for your Omni Channel, for knowledge. And then if you click View All here, we can see all the different setup flows that we have available for you, whether it's social media or anything else here. All right, we'll close out of that. On the bottom right-hand corner here, you'll see some recommended setup items here. So when you click on these will take you to some great videos and articles that will actually guide you through the setup process. So I highly encourage going through this as well. Another powerful tool here in the setup area is our setup tree. So similar to what we looked at before in terms of the page editor, the page layout editor, we can go ahead and use our quick find. So let's say that I want to be able to set up my users. I can go ahead and start typing that in. And then what it'll do, it'll point out exactly under which section that'll be. So users, very easy to find under users. But let's say that I want to actually set up my email templates. So if we go out here, they may not be the easiest thing to find here. So I can go ahead and just type that in. All right, and there we go. And we see that templates are under emails here. So we can go ahead and click in and go ahead and see all the different email templates that we have set up. You can create new ones very easily here. So a really powerful tool here in terms of the setup experience. And let's go ahead and go to home here. All right, so let's actually go ahead and shift gears back to our PowerPoint presentation. Give me 1 second just to do that. So I know that was a lot of information, and at this point you might be thinking about how you can learn more. First is the Desk to Service Cloud journey that we've created for you, where you can get a high-level overview of what the actual transition from Desk to Service Cloud might look like. There, you'll also find a ton of articles ranging from topics of, considerations to think about before moving or during moving, FAQs, and a ton of setup articles as well. Next is our webinar calendar, where we'll be posting future webinars on topics like admin setup, the trial experience, data migration, integrations, and more. So frequently check our calendar, see what upcoming webinars there are. Earlier, we talked about Trailhead, and what we've done for you is created a trail mix, which is actually a compilation of content so you can learn more about Service Cloud. And also kind of learn about the transition. Also, there are going to be trails that are focused on hands-on setup as well. So we'll really check that one out. Another great benefit of Salesforce is the community and being able to connect with thousands of other Service Cloud users who are product experts. So whether you're a customer support agent, an administrator, or a developer, the Service Cloud success community is really a great place to get your questions answered and to learn from other product experts in the community. Now, the last two that I mentioned, the Trail Mix, which is on Trailhead, and the Service Cloud community, in order to access those, you will need a Salesforce account. So if you don't already have one, then you can sign up for a free developer account at the link on the bottom here. And don't worry, you don't have to be a developer to open up a free account, so please dive in there. All right, so in terms of next steps, what I would highly recommend is starting a customized free trial for yourself. You may ask, again, what is a customized Service Cloud trial? So just to be clear, this is not the regular Service Cloud trial. Our team has actually built a custom trial that brings you desk-like features that you know and love right into Service Cloud. So this includes features like case status indicators, custom actions like adding comments to cases, bulk interactions, automatic case refreshes, and other features that you know and love from Desk. So to learn more about all the customizations, you can refer to this step-by-step setup workbook. This is a really detailed setup workflow that'll really help you to experience what that trial feels and looks like. And lastly, if you have any questions at all, whether it be on today's content, the trial, or any questions about even Desk, moving from Desk to Service Cloud, we'd love for you to reach out to us at support. The link here is our contact form, but you can always, as normal, email us at support.desk.com. We'd love to kind of speak with you and help you out along this journey. All right, so I'll go ahead and hand it off back to Sarah and Bob, and we'll go ahead and shift gears into a time of Q&A.
Thanks so much, Brian. That was a great demo of Service Cloud. So we've got a bit of time left. So what I will suggest is if people can keep adding your questions in the questions panel. We're getting some really great questions. Myself and Bob are going to answer as many as we can live over the next 15-20 minutes. And of course, if we don't get around to your question today, please do, as Brian said, email support@desk.com. Our whole team is there available to help you with any questions you have about setup or migrating or your account, whatever it is. So bear with us while we read through your questions, and we'll get to some of them now. Thanks, guys.